Yeah, look. Now we're live. We had a whole routine. Hello again, Blue. No, that's not you. That's
I was just saying that they should have cast me as Skeletor.
it's
I would
true.
have been so much more intimidating.
Okay, good. Blue's still
My
there.
skull was the fire in which it burned.
It was your skull. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's just get started. We had this whole routine. You guys missed it. It was
Come
really
on,
good.
let's watch Conan again.
Yes.
With the Conan. If it wasn't for Conan, if it wasn't for Conan, you wouldn't have the He-Man and the She-Ra.
It's true. It's true.
All right, let's do this.
All right, five,
Hold on,
four.
wait. You're too
okay,
quick,
okay.
buddy. You're too quick.
Too quick, buddy. Too
Too quick
quick
on the
here.
draw there. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Netflix is a bit finicky.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
All right, cool. Oh, my the angle of my camera makes me look like I
Fuck.
could have big.
Hold on, you gotta do this. You gotta do it.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Go. It's on my
Dun-dun.
phone, so if you take your finger off too long, it does this thing where the play button disappears, and then you gotta do a double click
dude,
thing, and it fucks it up.
But you got
We're
it,
good
right?
now. We're good now. Yeah.
Okay. The music's different in the beginning.
Yes, it's more how do the French say sombre. Sombre.
The forge at the forest of forever. That's a nice little touch. Oh, because they're doing this. PJ's favorite character, Orko. How old do you think Tila and Prince Adam are supposed to be?
47.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right in a weird way. But like in universe, like how old are they? Are they like in their 20s, you reckon?
I'd say 20s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam looks like he's a teenager, but
Well, yeah, but you get carded, as we know from last episode. People think you're younger than your age, so he's somewhere in that. He's developed, so he's not like 12. He's definitely like 18 or older. Prince Adam makes me feel developed. I thought he said the Force is a friend right there.
Justin Long as Mr.
Yeah.
Roboto. I don't know.
I like this crew. It's too bad they're not going to last. It was nice to see these guys working together, like not just good guys, but like good guys and bad guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn, he doesn't even have a sheath for it. He was just walking around with that in his back.
Well, he's in a
Paternia.
he's not real.
Yeah.
He's chosen to look like Adam too. He hasn't chosen to look like He-Man.
Is this Nexus He-Man, like Nexus Kirk?
Yeah, they should have opened up on him chopping some wood
I would have loved that, actually.
in like Saskatchewan, British Columbia somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
She's still
Except-
bitter.
Yeah, she still has problems. It's because she loves him so much. That's the thing. She's mad because she can't admit that she loves him. How could you not love Prince Adam? Is he like flawed in any way as a character?
He's portrayed as a bit of a softy.
What?
Well, that's the dynamic between. It's like a Clark Kent He-Man. A Clark Kent Superman thing.
No, he hangs in the scene we're about to see. He's like, they call him like names, but he like keeps up with all those guys. But yeah, you're right. It is interesting what they say later on about. I took note of that where they were like, he's the only hero who chose to keep his lesser form. They call it.
She's like, I thought you only had a 6-pack when you really had an 8-pack.
Is your are all your parts smaller when you're this person, and when you're the other person, are they all bigger?
And then He-Man's like, it's the motion of the ocean, baby.
So what did you think of these guys coming up? The legends, I guess you could call them, right? They're all heroes.
When he said duck, I thought a duck was going to attack them.
Oh, look at this cool tech, bro.
It's a strange techno heaven, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's like Eternia with nothing bad, just like Subternia. It kind of it does resemble Norse legend, where there's a Asgard, which is above the earth, Midgard, which is where the earth is, and then I forget what the other place is called, Jotunheim or something like that.
Jotunheim.
Yeah, that's true.
Jotunheim.
Jotunheim.
Sounds like a yodeling contest. The heaven and hell thing was an invention of this series. I don't think it. I think the name.
No, I'm just saying like.
No. Oh. I'm just pointing out a fact. The name Preternia comes from something. I remember Kevin Smith talking about it. The invention of like the underworld and the afterlife thing was new.
Oh, new for this.
Most of the content in the show is actually based on the Mattel mini comics that originally came out. Like the whole fact that Grayskull was actually the palace, stuff like that.
And also the character Grayskull. Like they were surprised. They were like, Grayskull is a real person. And he's like, they named the castle after me.
They're featured. The character of Grayskull, I think, is in the last animated series from 2002 or 3.
Vicor Kuduk. These were all heroes of Eternia at one point too, which is cool. Yeah. I like this one. She just speaks in an ancient language.
She says hi.
I like also that she's on a freaking dinosaur that has feathers, which is correct for Earth anyways. Maybe also for Eternia. It looks cool, that raptor with feathers or whatever it is. There's another dinosaur there, it's true.
I like the music. Do, 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 do.
Yeah.
Do, do.
Do, 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 do.
I mean, this is an adventurous show. I'm wondering when the next 5 is going to come out. They haven't. Like, is it going to be like next year? I mean, I can't wait.
I mean, it could be soon. If sounds like they already, based on what Kevin Smith was saying, it sounds like it's either in post production or like near completion. But who knows?
We're just spoiled for Netflix putting it all out at once. But they do this thing now where it's like they do half seasons.
I like that. They did that. They do that with a couple of shows, and it's not so bad.
One show I briefly watched, I didn't watch it all, The Ranch. They started doing it there, like...
The Ranch. Oh, look, Tila's actually happy for once. She's been pretty pissed this whole... That was like a nice moment where she was like laughing. Oh, there he is. Look at it. He's on a freaking Triceratops, dude. That's Grayskull.
Crazy.
poor Adam just like fell off his thing.
I can't remember other interpretations of the character. I barely watched the last one.
Look at this. He's just like...
taking over.
Grayskull's still the greatest. A goodly chase, my friend. Well, I recognize the voice of Grayskull, but I have to look it up.
No great champion ever chose their lesser self except Adam.
Adam, yeah. Which, that made me cry, by the way, when I first saw it. I was, like, really touched by that. It's like, kind of the reverse of what... It's kind of like Captain America in reverse, right? Yeah. Like, if Captain America had chosen to stay scrawny or whatever, it's kind of a cool concept.
He's like, he chose a noble thing, and we will poke fun of him for all Preternia.
For all Preternia forever. Dennis Haysbert is the voice of Grayskull, and I recognize him. He's been in a lot of stuff. 24. It looks like mostly TV. I like how they're talking, by the way. It's very like regal, noble, old way of talking.
Yeah, it's not like modern Trek where it's like, you're so bae. It's like, what? What? Car's like, don't piss me off. I'm joking.
As good as the whole show's been, this is the best part for me. I love this like crazy lore stuff with like the idea that like He-Man's actually dead. He is actually dead, and he actually went to this place called Preternia, and now he's like gonna defy like something important, like that they never leave. They're like, it's time for the next hero. And so I thought the show was gonna go in a second where He-Man was gonna stay behind, and then Teela would take up the mantle of the next hero. But it didn't do that, as you'll find out for those of you who are watching this for the first time with our commentary. If there is such a person. I think Robbie might watch this without watching the show. Shout out to Robbie. This whole scene's pretty cool too. Like, I can't believe you wouldn't be psyched to see the rest of the show after this episode.
Well, you know, it probably doesn't work for some people.
Because...
But I'll make a legitimate point about the He-Man complaint.
Sure.
If you want to continue this, and perhaps like the next 5, it's like a one and done thing. This could be just a miniseries. We don't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's been renewed for a second season or what. No idea.
Right.
But if they want to continue this particular He-Man lore, and like I said, there's another one coming right up with his origins. That's a completely different show. But if you want to continue with this, you can't keep him out of it. You can't keep Skeletor out of it. And, you know, Skeletor does come back and He-Man does come back. It's just, will they stick around? And I think the ending of this episode leaves it kind of up in the air. People want to jump on the fact as like, well, they killed him for real, for real. It's like, I get that's a frustration too of like, if you're killing somebody, then bringing them back and then killing them and then bringing them back again, it can get a little bit tired. So maybe like if they killed him this time, he really is gone and this is a one and done thing. But who knows? It's a big mystery. Like, I just can't predict what's going to happen in this. That's one of the appeals of it.
I just think his wound's not fatal. It looks bad, but I think they're going to heal him. Like, I think
you told me he's going to spend the next 5 episodes in the hospital.
Yeah, did I say that in a previous thing?
As a joke, yeah. As a joke.
But I just don't think there's anything to overreact to. There's not enough evidence that he's still wriggling around and moving. You'll see, for those of you who are wondering. I couldn't mourn my friend because I couldn't drive down the 405 to the 607 to Starbucks to get my favorite cup of latte with my best friend Adam, who I thought was straight but actually ended up being gay all along.
And I looked at the guy he was with and I said, ooh, here.
I like the voice for Adam / He-Man.
Yeah, good voice.
What is he going to tell her, by the way? He never tells her, right?
So I can be She-Man.
It's interesting she won't tell him what happened to Eternia. She wants him to say because of you, but look, he doesn't say it.
Damn fool.
Because I haven't met Starfleet Boy yet. This guy has had to have done voices in the original He-Man, the actor who plays this character. Sounds so, but maybe not.
Mossman.
Yeah, but who am I thinking of? Like, but I don't think the actor's ever done voices before on He-Man. Oh, Forrest. This is nice. I like the messaging behind it, like the way they treat death and stuff like that. Like, if like rebirth. Yeah, like, but in not like the sense of like the overt sense of reincarnation, but how like, yeah, like in a way we all become like nature, part of nature. You know what I mean? Like, in a weird way, everyone who's ever died, part of them is a part of us because we wherever we walk or, you know, things like that. It's like our ashes feed the forest, that type of stuff. What were you gonna say?
You see the pattern that they're doing on him?
Yeah, the reflection, yeah. Like the light, yeah. What about it?
Oh, that's interesting.
Really good ambient stuff, like all the lighting and the, for lack of a better word, for the special effects, because animation is all, it's just all animation, but it's like really good. Again, the displays of magic are awesome in this. Like this whole craziness coming up right now.
Would have been hilarious if Zachary Quinto voiced this robot dude.
Yeah, because he voices the robot in Invincible.
And also in Star Trek.
Oh, that's right. Well, he's not a robot, but
like a robot.
You know, I was thinking about what you said, or someone said. I think this would be a great show for young adults. Like, you know how they have that young adult genre, like, you know, like there's books for young adults, like people who are like, you know, between the ages of maybe like 10 and 15. But for anyone, like I'm enjoying it as an adult, but I'm just saying I think that's a good age to start, like maybe 11 with this series. What do you think?
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that.
Awesome.
Core level critical.
Critical. That's pretty cool. This makes me want a Zelda series so bad because so much of Zelda is like this. Like in the sense of the magical parts, you know what I mean? And like the Sword of Power and the Triforce.
Ooh. Whoa.
I did not expect this. And I was actually kind of bummed.
More like sayonara, Roboto.
Instead of thank you very much, Mr. Roboto.
Or domo arigato.
Domo, yeah, that's what it is.
I don't mean to laugh, but like when people are dying and they're like, "You're gonna be fine," you're just blown to pieces. Oh, that's sad, isn't it? It's like Data.
I like this. Yeah.
It's like when I killed that Borg, I felt pleasure.
Ergo, I feel.
I get annoyed when people say ergo.
Ergo Proctor Hawk. Justin Long playing a machine is funny because he used to be in those commercials where he played a Mac, and the other guy, John Hodges or whatever his name is, played a PC. There's an Easter egg for you Easter egg people. Sean, ABTG. See, like, this is what I thought was going to happen. I thought Teela's going to go back. She's going to be, like, by the power of Grayskull, and then we would get, like, a new kind of character, a new hero called Teela. Lay the burden down.
I wonder if he was in his He-Man form in Paternia and then he left, would he permanently be He-Man then?
Oh, probably. That's a really interesting thing to think about.
To hang out with cool people all like for eternity.
To go hunting every day or whatever. It's
Your
cool to
kith
see all
and
the
kin.
kith and kin. What is kith? Kith is like your friendships, right? Like your people. Kith is people, I think. And kin is family.
It's like, kid, at least turn yourself back to He-Man before you go. It's like, oh
Well,
well.
he was about to do it for the first time again, but this is good. Oh, this breaks my heart. Braxton's not here, but I can understand why this effed him up. Some powerful shit for He-Man. I like also how they all like normally He-Man would be in the front of this and like they're all instinctively protecting him. Ba-ba-da. That laser is insane. Did you see that? He's just like Did we ever realize is she his biological daughter or adopted daughter?
Adopted
Okay.
daughter. And I think Evelyn is her mother.
You think
I
it's
don't know
Evelyn
I don't know
or
about
I think it's
that.
the sorceress.
Oh yes, it is the sorceress. Yes, sorry,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
That was funny. I know a thing or two about dying. Oh, this is that just got me. You can't see in this low resolution, but I just got tears in my eyes.
We're gonna make it all good and then take it away from you.
It's true. It's true. It works. It works. It does. Uh oh my gosh. Mm.
I want to watch the 1987 Masters of the Universe, but it's not on anywhere.
Oh, it's not? That sucks. Do you have it on VHS?
No. I could rent it, but I wouldn't. No, I'd wait for it to go back on Netflix. It was on Netflix way back, but
Oh, cool. I bet it'll come back. Here it comes. So exciting.
they also had the original He-Man series, the complete series, and She-Ra that I probably would have gone
On
back
Netflix?
and watched.
Wow.
Yeah, like remastered and all that.
Mm-hmm. This was actually like giving me a lot of chills, and I thought, is the series over? Is this it? Like, is it just like a short series?
It's merely the mid-season finale.
Mm-hmm.
The magic is back.
Yay! That means
Everything's
flowers
pretty
can.
again.
Everything's pretty. Flowers can grow.
Oh, and Skeletor is back.
Yep.
He's like, I'm not messing with them now.
Oh my gosh. No. It's gross too. You hear like the squirming
Yeah,
and
the
stuff
squishing.
and the squishing. See, look, it's not like a deadly wound. It's like his kidney. He lost his kidney maybe. Like or something.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not through the heart. Like, it's not through the lung. He could survive if they work quickly. This is the part you were talking about. This is a badass coup on Skeletor's part.
You did good, Lenny. He's like, you did good, Harley. She probably was too.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the winning team. Thank you.
It's interesting that Skeletor doesn't necessarily want to kill you, but he wants to subjugate you. Because, like, he has the power to just, like, end all these people right now. But he doesn't. It's interesting. He's hoping to, like, convert them. Me as a man.
Oh, I feel for him. I feel for him.
Is that what you... Is that it? Are you going to be a god next?
Now he's Skelegod.
Yeah. This is new, right? Skeletor never wielded the power of Grayskull before, or did he?
Well, he has, yeah, in the
1987 he became the gold. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, he becomes that gold crazy Skeletor. That's right.
By the way, this image was spoiled by an early release of a toy from like months ago, so a lot of people knew about this. I didn't, but I only found out about it later. But yeah,
I have to give that a clap. That was an awesome for a cartoon. That was pretty great. I have to say, this music's pretty rad too.
Yeah, it was okay for a cartoon.
It was pretty okay for. I was enjoying that ending all over again. That was pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, so, PJ, I have to ask you. Speculation. Where's the story going? What's happening in episodes 6 through 10? Assuming that's what we're getting next.
Well, they're gonna take Adam to some kind
and you too, audience.
Witch doctor, and they're gonna be like,
ooh ee ooh ah ah ting tang walla walla bing bang.
No, they're gonna put some magic pixie dust or something on it. And... yeah, but this time they're not gonna kill it. But that's the thing. It's like you brought him back just to kill him off again, and this time it's for real because if he dies now, he's. I'm sure a lot of people didn't even know he was in Paternia. Like if they hadn't seen it, you know, like they hadn't heard about it. So it was a surprise that he came back. But I'm sure some people are pissed off that he died in the first place, and Skeletor too.
They killed.
I was thinking they got to come back, but then they started showing him in flashbacks, and I was like, maybe not. And then
yeah, I believed he was dead too.
And then at the end, yeah, like you said, it's a survivable. It's a bad wound, but it's survivable. It's not.
Now they've killed Orko off, who's a main character. So that's. Do you think that one's permanent? Do you think that one's permanent?
But the magic is brought back now, so
you think Orko will come back from the magic? That makes sense. I would buy that. I would believe that.
It's magical fantasy stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
And Orko's. I'm back, and I can do magic now. Look at me.
What if he comes back?
I'm gonna smother Cringer again in a bubble. I don't have any kind of psychological problems.
You're okay for hating that voice. You do it the best I've ever heard. It sounds just like Orko. You should have the Orko avatar. I hope Orko comes on Starfleet Point After Dark.
It was pretty hard on Orko before.
Yeah, I mean Orko's not like. I feel like Orko's always been annoying.
Or for all the people who don't like him, he's gonna come back in like episode 8 or 9, and be like, "I'm back, motherfuckers! You thought you got rid of me, huh?"
You do it like perfect. Like there's no difference between you and the voice actor who does it. It's amazing. It's really creepy and weird and cool. It's creepy.
Yeah, I should bring Orko on After Dark.
I've never been touched by a man, by a human before. I've never been touched before.
At first, he said he was just giving me a massage, but the next thing I knew, and I was gonna go somewhere with that, but I held back.
It's all right. It's all right.
I held back.
You don't.
I wish I had held back.
Yes, Orko's a new character in the lexicon. I love it. All right. Well, PJ, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but I like to give ratings. So as a part one, I'm actually going to give Masters of the Universe Revelations a 9.5. What do you give it?
I'll give it a 7.5.
Nice. All right.
It's enough just to keep me interested, but it's not like blowing. It's not like amazing, but I really do love the animation and the action.
And you didn't predict everything the first time around, so it kind of surprised you, which is, I think that's always good when a story does that.
My biggest criticism, like I said before, some of the voice acting, but the characters, some of them are, I just not invested in any of them, and the two main ones that I was invested in, like they're kind of throwing me for a loop with those characters. Which is exciting and unpredictable. But I'm glad Skeletor's back now with Skeletor. I love that, but it's like you got to get Adam or / He-Man back in the action, and I don't care if 6, 7, and 8 doesn't have that, like he's still recovering or something. As long as you give us like an epic return, like let's say in the last battle or something.
Well,
things are looking dire, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he comes in as like the kick-ass Deus Ex Machina and totally. And he's more powerful than ever. But how would he get? He would need to take the power away from Skeletor first. So how does that work? That's the big mystery there too, right?
The parable that I see is the first part has been about loss and rebirth in a weird way, like so you lose everything but everything's reborn, and I think the next part is going to be about restoration and healing, because because everything's back now, it's not the same, right? Because Skeletor. So yeah, I don't know, it's a quest. Every season or every part is like a quest. The first quest was to find, they didn't expect to find Skeletor and Adam, but the mission was to find the sword and to reforge it, the two parts of the sword, and to reforge it and bring magic back. But now that that's done, they have a new quest, which is to retrieve the Sword of Power so that He-Man can have it again. Because if he holds it and he does the the Masters of the Universe thing, or whoever does it could probably maybe heal him with the energy, so the Sword of Power might play into his own recovery or his own restoration, if you will.
Oh, so yeah, like it would be get the sword for him.
For him, yeah, to make sure so he could survive, because that's the only way he might survive.
Now, some people predict that Adam will be out of commission and Teela will end up getting the sword and doing her thing with it.
I believe it.
What would she look like?
I know, because that's the thing that this has kind of opened up, right? Is like the fact that
would she do that thing where they like make her all nude and then like bulk her up and like put like a little furry loincloth over her?
I would be all for seeing, because we saw Adam's nipples. I would be all for seeing Teela's nipples. So
can't. It's
what?
Well, it's not that kind of show. It's for kids.
Not.
It actually is for kids.
It is for kids. A young adult. I wouldn't let the wee ones see this, but I would definitely let like the 9 and 10-year-olds start seeing this.
I'd say
with parental guidance.
7 and above is like
7 and above is okay. I don't know. I don't have kids.
It's like the Canadian kind of
standard. Well, you guys have stricter. You have stricter standards, so I'm gonna go with that for the United States as well.
It's TV PG on Netflix. That's how it's listed. So. That's why a lot
Remember, by the way, unlike PJ's parents who plopped him in front of the TV, PG means parental guidance, so you have to watch this with your kids. My parents also...
Don't talk about my parents, man.
Hey, my parents did the same thing, just so you know. I was plopped in front of the TV a couple times, too. I think Star Trek might have been my babysitter for better or for worse sometimes, so who knows. But but parents did that back in the 80s and 90s.
That's why a lot of the violence is implied.
Right.
And like when like the worst thing they showed in that whole series was the end with Adam with the thing sticking through and the sound effect. Like they wanted to save the most, I guess, PG-13 thing for like the end, to sneak it in there and say like we're showing some blood and guts, like the sound even is just disturbing. And they actually have the wide shot with the thing sticking right through him. Even when He-Man in the first episode stabs Skeletor with the sword, you don't really see it. You just see Skeletor's reaction to it. And a lot of the violence is like that too. It's kind of like off screen, so they keep it relatively kid friendly.
Yeah, I agree with that, and it should be as it should be. It's like a classic cartoon, but I do like the.
But once you go,
I do like the more mature elements that they put into it. I do like the subtle, mature elements that have been inserted. Where you want to show some once you put what?
Okay, once you put Teela nipples in there, game over. You're canceled. Can't do it.
No, I think
this is not Star Trek Discovery.
I personally think that like Teela. I think that like I don't know. Like are male nipples sexual? I guess they are sexualized by gay men, or some gay men. I don't know. It's a tough. This is a topic for another.
Male nipples are. I've always thought were a non-issue. I didn't even think they were a thing that people paid attention to.
So like, wouldn't women not think of? Would women who are heterosexual look at female nipples on TV and think they're not a big deal?
I don't know. I'm not a
women. Women out there, anyone who's listening, if you're a heterosexual woman and you see nipples on screen, is it not a big deal, or is it a sexual thing for you?
I watched a bit of LeVar Burton on Jeopardy today.
I know. I'm so excited. I recorded it. I got to go watch it. But tomorrow I'll be watching it live, so I'm excited about that too.
I want to boost their ratings. I want to like show them that hey, more people check this
we'll watch. Out. Yeah, everyone go watch LeVar Burton on Jeopardy. Was he great?
Yeah,
that's awesome. No surprise there.
To be totally honest, there's a bit of like first day jitters or awkwardness with the guests.
Oh, okay.
Like like the little responses to people's stories and stuff. It was, you can tell like there's a bit of nervousness there. I don't blame him at all.
It's a big deal, like, but we want LeVar. I think LeVar should be.
And he stumbles once or twice in like what he's saying, but I'm like loving it, dude. I'm like, it's Jordy. But my hope is that this is his first day, and this was recorded a while ago. So like during the week, I think like it takes a bit to get the groove of it. And I think he's got the potential to be like to feel like a natural host. Like people would be like, I can't not picture LeVar Burton now.
Well, he's committed, so he wants it. So he could be the perfect next host for Jeopardy for the next who knows how many years. So it'd be cool.
Yep.
I haven't heard that from the other guest hosts. Maybe who's he competing with really? Because like I can't imagine Anderson Cooper wants to do that forever. I can't imagine Dr. Sanjay Gupta wants to do it forever, or any of the other hosts that I've seen on. Not that LeVar should do it forever, but
I've seen
or Mr. Burton, I should say.
I've seen a couple of different hosts, and I did watch a bit of Anderson Cooper on there too. I've noticed every one of them aren't like they can't exactly dive into it and be like as good as Alex. Like it's never gonna happen. So like they're always as good as they are doing. They always seem like a tiny bit amateurish compared to the great Alex Trebek, because he's just the best. Like you know what I mean? Like you don't really appreciate how good he was until he was gone. A lot of times, like with a lot of people, I think he's been around so long, they kind of just like, oh, Alex Trebek, yeah. If you actually watched him when he was sick doing those last episodes, he was still boom, he was on his game. And it's like, wow. You think it's such a not even I'm not trying to downplay it, say it's like a simple thing, but hosting and reading and interacting with like the guests and stuff, that requires talent and personality and fucking like unique social skills that I can't imagine ever doing something like hosting a show, like a talk show or something. I'd be like, what?
A case in
I'd
point.
freeze.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'd freeze.
Blue says you guys are so smart. I didn't think of all these things. Blue, do you mean about like Jeopardy or just like what we were talking about? Masters of the Universe. Let us know. PJ, I look forward to doing part 2 with you whenever it comes out. We have no idea. And I'm gonna go watch the Kevin Smith commentaries. Or listen
see
to
this? Everything but the speculation about part 2.
Lol, everything but the speculation about. Did you mean that, Blue?
Well, what do you think is going to happen, Blue? Okay, seriously, I want to do a little prediction. Just thinking about like as logically as possible, knowing that it's not a logical show.
Everything, but that's cool. Mean, Blue. Oh my god, I'm taking this personally. oh, we got a new everything about Peach. I thought that you meant everything but this. Okay, so everything about this. Oh, that's cool, Blue. Thank you. All right, you're back in good graces, Blue. No, I'm just kidding. You're always in good graces. What were you gonna say, PJ? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I got excited.
I think it's gonna be a case where Adam's sick. Somebody has to heal him. I don't know about them bringing the sword to him. But I think they're gonna do some kind of thing where, like, we got to get you to the sword.
A quest, right? Like
a quest where basically everybody's protecting sick Adam. And I know people are gonna be like, they sidelined Adam for 4 episodes in part 2, and he wasn't even He-Man to the very end. However, at the end was very good, and he did kick ass, and he did fucking.
You know what the problem is, PJ?
But still, Kevin Smith lied. He said something in Comic Book Man and then got the date wrong on some other thing. And we all did our detective work and figured out that he's a shill. I'm like, he's a shill. Of course he is. He fucking shills for everything. Everything that pays him.
I'm going to be an old man.
I don't understand why people don't understand the business of Hollywood. But anyway, go ahead.
I'm going to be an old man for a second. I'm just going to say, like, no one's into foreplay anymore. Everyone just wants like the
wham
orgasm.
Bam.
Wham bam. It's like, this is the foreplay. This is awesome. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have no idea what's gonna happen. I'm excited. Like, He-Man's not dead. Like, there's just like, I love it all. This is foreplay is awesome, and I think you guys should try it before getting just the bang bang, like, or the band.
And anytime something comes out and it turns out to be better, even if it's a little bit better than I thought it would be, it's a win. It's like, okay, cool. Like, I thought that movie, The Tomorrow War, was gonna be like, I'm gonna like turn it off at some point. I felt it. But once I got to the it's Chris Pratt and
The Tomorrow War. Oh my gosh, I
What?
It sounded like you said the Tamaral War, and I was like, "What's the
the Tomorrow War?"
Tamaro. I heard.
I didn't say Tamaro. What's wrong with you?
That's what I heard. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hear it that way.
I'm so offended.
Yeah, that's a great. I love that movie. That was
Tamaro's my lost long love, and you had to bring her up.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, the Tomorrow War was great. I liked it. It exceeded my expectations. I didn't have high expectations.
It wasn't like, it was one of those things where it wasn't way better than I thought it was going to be. It was just better. It held my interest. Anything that holds my interest is like, cool.
Well,
like, I will literally turn something on. I will stop. I don't have the patience. I have little time. The older I get, there's more. There's more years behind than there are ahead, so I'm like, I don't know. It's like why I don't rewatch things.
Picard's an abomination.
But like classic movies and shit that I've watched a million. Like, I like Tremors, but it's not. Can't see me going back to it anytime soon. But classic movies, like, I will watch all the Star Trek movies again, although I haven't seen any of them in over a year. Maybe I watched. No, I haven't.
Oh, you just gave me good ideas for watch-alongs on Starfleet Boy After Dark. Anyways, let me end this stream because we've been going on for 45 minutes and Kevin Smith is probably bored. So, see you guys later for
Thanks
our
for ruining my childhood, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.